First thing we're going to go over is just a underhook side lever control escape. So again, it's pretty common for people to, when they drop to the underhook side, they're here like this, and then they step on your hip, right? We've all seen this. We drop it and we're here and they get this foot on top, either locking on the body triangle or this step pressure, right? A lot of times the lever control we're looking at is here, and I'm kind of like forcing his elbow off the ground. So traditionally when we're on this side, if I had regular control, we're trying to get our head to the other side down and scrape ourselves off, right? But if I add in this little if I lift your elbow off the ground like this, it's very difficult to do that. And if my head was down here, it's tough, right? So that's the position we're gonna go over, and we'll dissect it a little bit. So Joshy throws it on me. Yeah, so let's go back 1 second and let's drop to this side. So a good thing to do is, like, before he sets this up, right? If he gets to the point where his foot's already on my hip here, depending on how dexterous he is, like there's no way, like I can't, he's leg pressing against my leg, it's not gonna work out, right? So what I wanna do is before he steps, so go back to the regular control, if he starts to try to lift his leg out, if you pop this knee up immediately, that kind of closes the gap, right? If he continues to drop to my side, the chances of him getting here and getting this foot on the other side are pretty high. Like it's hard to stop this, right? But to prevent that kind of triangle, if I keep my elbow on the tight here, what you want to kind of do is pop this knee back, right? And then try to get up and over so you can grab this leg, right? So again, if we don't use this leg here, he's just going like this. This hook is dependent on this knee being pulled up, right? It seems straightforward, but all you do is pop it straight back and you come up and over and you've kind of clamped it down, right? So at this point, usually what happens is he'll transition to that double control and he'll flare this up, right? It's obviously hard to get my head out here, but as long as I continue to keep him from settling that body triangle, I'm in a good spot, right? Just keep the elbow in nice and tight, control this leg. One thing we don't want to do is we don't want to like push his leg away here, because what people, yeah, exactly. And then you're in a kind of pinch, right? So again, keeping this nice and tight, popping this out. All you really need to do is, if you're here, right, you can kind of fight this off without like this, and just straight up and control. Just a little bit of pressure here, like leg weight is all you need. You don't need tons of pull. And again, he's trying to flare this out. It's hard for me to get my head on that side, right? I still want to try to control this overhooking hand as much as I can so that I don't get kind of strangled up by it. And then I'm going to use my head against his head here. And I'm not trying to escape just yet. I'm just trying to get it so I've kind of broken his posture a bit so I can start to undo this hand. So at this point, he should feel like he can't really attack me too much. And then here, I'm going to look to break the grips on this. And once the grips are broken, then I can escape as usual, right? One important thing to know is before I escaped out to the side here, I have to unhook this because this can be used to access. So if he extends his leg out and he kicks, yeah, like it opens me back up. But if I disengage this, you know, if I'm not here and here, then I can just scrape him off as per usual. And in most cases, getting to the half guard is most likely what you're gonna get, right? The chances of you getting way out is pretty low. So again, depending on when the guy initiates, some guys won't go for it immediate. Some guys will pop and try to step right away. You wanna bring that up and in. And again, if you can beat this at all, it's even better. But if not, again, he's trying to hook here to eventually get this in. Just straight out down and grab, right? Most of the time they'll switch to this because if he doesn't have too much lower body control right now, direct rotational control with like just grabbing his own hands won't do too much. So good guys will switch to this rotation control, right? So again, I'm just controlling to make sure he can't strangle me. Just gonna get my head here. And again, I'm not going out. I'm just trying to get it so I can break the grip, make myself safe, right? And then from here, I'd unlock. And again, once I get my shoulder, because now I can get my elbow to the mat, my back to the mat, And again, I'm just framing out, trying to get up.